Hello, everybody in my subscription. It's I, Lord Shinran, and I have a what if today. This what if is what if Deku was a cyborg, right? Kind of like Cyborg or Genos from One Punch Man. So this is how it all starts. When Deku was born, okay, he had a disease which destroyed his lower body, like from his from his chest all the way down. It destroyed his body, and when it was like when he was about to die, his mom they said we have one idea, and it was dangerous, but he might live. There's like a 0.1% chance. So Deku's mom was like, I'd rather that than watching my baby boy die today. So what happens is they take him to another room and do surgery on him. They take out his brain and his head and they put it inside of a robotic suit, and they reconnect his brain wires in his head and connect brain wires in his head and connect it to the suit. And then he basically becomes a whole cyborg. And when he went to school, people thought after a while he really thought, oh, I have a cool power. And when he went to school, he's like, oh, this is not actually a power. This is like I had a disease which destroyed my body, and this is like a robotic suit that they gave me so I can live. And some people started laughing like it was funny. Like they were like, haha, you don't have a body. And the teachers told him to sit down and go sit in timeout. Okay? And Bakugo's like, well, that's a cool power or whatever. Like, don't let them be mean to you. And him and Bakugo become besties, okay? And when Bakugo awakens to the court, he's like, well, it's not as strong as Deku's, but it's pretty cool. And he's like best friends with Deku. So throughout the years, whenever somebody tried to bully Deku, Bakugo would just come over here and be like, you want some of this? And he would try to blow him up. And they will run, be scared. And Deku and Bakugo would just be friends, hanging out on Fridays, at a cafe, just drinking some tea, something like that. So, one day, Deku's leaving school, right? He's going through a tunnel, trying to take a shortcut home, okay? And while walking through it, his sensors pick up something going through the sewers. So he activates his force field. Yes, he has a force field. And the force field, when he keeps walking by, the force field gets all covered in something. And then the something gets darkened. Like it's green, but it turns black because it was burnt. And what happened was the sludge villain just jumped on his shield trying to get inside his body. And he had a shield out. And All Might jumped down here seeing the sludge villain thinking, oh no, he has an electric cord too. And he thought he shot the kid. So he jumps down here, it's like, I am here. And he looks around, and he sees the sludge villain on the ground, passed out. And he sees Deku just standing there in his robotic body. It's like, oh, so you used your quirk to save yourself. Good job. But Deku's like, he's like trying to say, oh, first, can I get an autograph? And basically, he pulls out his arm. And like, you know how you have those computers where you can do a signature on there? Well, he basically has one of those on his arm, kind of. And All Might signs it, right? And it goes into his brain. And he's like, okay, my core, I don't have a core. This is actually like a robotic body that I was given at birth because I was about to die at a young age because of a disease that they don't even know about yet. And I only had it. I'm the only person who had it. So this is the only robotic body they have in existence. And All Might's like surprised, like, whoa, this kid, he's like a hero, but he doesn't think of himself as a hero. So what happens is All Might jumps away, right? And he accidentally drops the bottle when he landed on a building and turned back into a small form. Right? So Deku keeps walking, okay? And he was just walking past this alley. He sees a giant explosion. He's like, okay, well, this might be an evil hero that he can get analysis on and see their powers and see how to deal with them. So he walks over there. And he sees Bakugo, right? He's thinking, oh no, I might have dropped the bottles when he did a landing or something. And he really jumps, like he doesn't care. He runs in there, and he starts blowing. He tried to pull. He yanked. Okay, he yanked Bakugo out, straight out, whoosh, one yank, and The sludge villain was shook. He was like, "Oh no, not this!" And Deku does a straight up suction cup thingy and like sucks him up into his arm, like, and he basically goes inside his arm, is captured. So everybody's like, oh, "Good job!" Right? And Bakugo was like, "I didn't even need your help, you nerd." And he starts walking away. But when he walked around the corner, you can see he had a little smirk, like, huh, "This kid really saved me." Well, at least he's learning how to use his robotic powers. And All Might, right? He sees all of this, right? He's in the crowd. He's like, "Huh." And after the crowd leaves, Deku's trying to walk back home, right? And All Might stops him, right? He's in his skinny form. He doesn't care. He's like, "Son, meet me on the beach," right? So the next day, Deku's like, "Should I really meet this man on the beach?" So he does it. He meets the man on the beach, right? And he's like, uh, he doesn't. He only sees All Might. He's like, "All Might, what are you doing here?" "Oh, I see you met my accomplice. He said meet you at the beach, right?" "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I just wanted to tell you. Do you know anybody who can how do I put this? Contain something special?" Yeah. "Oh, I have a friend named Bakugo. He will be great for the job. To take something special." "Oh, thank you. But I was thinking you would choose yourself." No. "Okay, let me tell you something. I have a quirk that was given to me by another person. It's called One for All, and it allows me to use the energy through my body to punch people really hard. Just kidding. But it lets me use the power to like fight crime." And what happens is Deku was like, "Well, it really wouldn't work for me because if I had the DNA, I wouldn't be number one. I would have to like somehow reroute it into my system. Number two, it would just be like a hard time because I already have enough energy inside me." And he shows All Might his what's the word, like his core, like his like battery, and All Might's like, "Oh." So what happens is Deku calls Bakugo on his arm. He's like, "Beep boop beep boop beep," and he calls him. And he's like, "Bakugo, I need to see you at the beach like right now." So Bakugo, now you see explosions in the air. They see a kill land on the beach. And you're like, "So this is the famous Bakugo I heard about." And Bakugo's like, "Oh my, how?" And Deku tells Bakugo everything, right? And Bakugo is shook. He's like, "What? He has a quirk? He has a quirk that was given to him?" So Bakugo's like, "Oh well, can I trade with you?" And basically, they're doing the beach cleanup together, right? Deku's doing it because he's trying to find parts to add to his suit or like his body, and Bakugo's doing it to be able to do what get One for All. So after this, when it's about to be the after this, All Might gives Bakugo his quirk, right? And he's like, he doesn't feel any different. So what happens is he is one there earlier because of Deku helping, and they go home, take a rest, and go get some food tomorrow. Like they're hanging out because they're best friends, and they go get some food tomorrow, right? And they just they just chill, and they do a little bit of sparring at the beach again, and that's where I'm gonna leave it off today. Hope y'all had a great day. Bye, y'all.